Hello.
Hey, welcome to our brand new podcast, Arcade Radio Podcast. My name is Libby,
And I'm Talia.
and this is exciting.
I'm excited.
We're going to talk all things music, everything. I've researched into the songs we're going to show you today. It's going to be really interesting. I think. Well, it was interesting for me, definitely, like researching all the songs
Yeah.
and just finding things out that I didn't know before. It's really interesting as well. So this week we're doing a Mother's Day special, and we've done this show in the past before, but I think our songs have changed a little bit. Like, I've definitely got a few new ones on there that me and Mum have been listening to recently,
Okay, cute.
because me and Telly are very influenced by our mums.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Definitely. And my majority of my music taste is from my mum.
Me also. Well, a bit of 50-50,
Yeah.
but me also.
But as always, we're gonna start with the first. Well, the last two songs we've added to our playlists.
Yep.
So my first one is great one. I have no clue why this has only just been added to my playlist. It's Master Blaster Jammin' by Stevie Wonder.
Wow, that is a tune.
So this song, I've always loved Stevie Wonder forever. Really reminds me of my mum's best friend. She used to listen to Stevie Wonder a lot. So that's, I think, where I first found that, my love for him.
Yeah.
But this song came on one of my playlists recently, and just like a random kind of mix.
Yeah.
And I was like, that needs to go on my favourite tracks right now.
It's been on mine for a while. I absolutely love Stevie Wonder.
I also love Part-Time Lover. And what else? A Boy's Born.
Yeah.
In her time, I can't actually remember the name of that. But yeah, let's give it a little listen, see what we think. We've got a cool new shiny setup going on as well, which is we're a bit giddy, feeling a bit giddy about it.
It's exciting.
Yes. But, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I love that song so much. It's so cool.
If I heard that in a club, I think my head would fall off.
My head would actually fall off. I'm actually quite surprised that she didn't, when we went to Boogaloo, she didn't play that.
Did she play? I think she did play some Stevie Wonder songs, though.
I think so. I think it's because generally they're not like, obviously Boogaloo's not general.
It's just a bit of a mix mash of everything.
Yeah,
really.
It's obviously not like
cool
standard club songs.
Yeah.
But I could so dance to that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a boogie song. So Talia, what have you got next?
Speaking of boogie and nightclubs, I've been out. I have been out. This song came on and I was in Colin Social, the bottom floor though, not the top floor, and I was like, I've not heard this in ages, and I was just like,
I've not like
absolutely, I loved it.
I've not actually like listened to this one because obviously we added this, and obviously.
But you like Katie.
I
and
like
I saw it by
Katie
Katie B, and I was like, oh, Libby likes Katie B. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's cool. She's very old school house. She's the original Becky
Hill.
Becky Hill. Yeah. Do you know? I didn't know Becky Hill was founded on The Voice.
Oh, I did. I used to love watching The Voice.
No, I saw this clip that said top 10
Voice moments.
Auditions, and she was one of them. She was like number 3 or something like that because her voice is insane. And then obviously like she was founded on The Voice.
Yeah.
And then she got put on all of these house songs but not credited for them. So this is where she's kind of sprung a career quite recently, and people think she's quite a recent voice. but she obviously was quite young and didn't know enough about the industry to go, oh, I want to be credited on that song. So if you look at like Piece of Me and all them kind of songs, you will notice that she probably is on there now, but there was once a time where she was not credited. Because I remember, you probably remember in high school when like Piece of Me and all those kind of songs came out, and obviously I had no clue who she was.
No,
you just listened to the song, but you know. But where were you when you heard the song?
I was in Carlane Social, but they just had the best songs played. It was like after one after, you know, when like it's like you're getting a stitch because the DJ's just doing bits.
Doing good.
I was like, ow, like it, but it was so good. And then this came on, it just actually finished.
I've not been to Carlane Social. I've heard so many good things about it.
Oh no, it's so good.
But, I have not yet been. But yeah, this features Miss Dynamite, who is a sick. I'm pretty sure, I don't even know what to. Would she be classed as a rapper? Would it be what genre would Miss Dynamite come under?
I'm not even too sure myself.
Garage, maybe.
Potentially,
because I'm pretty sure there was like I watched a clip from a like little documentary that was made about her, because she is such a credited artist in the industry. Another one that is not
talked about enough.
And maybe actually I take that back, maybe she's not a credited artist because not enough people know about her, but she's really, really talented. But yeah, this is
Lights On
by KDB.
I keep on moving
Wow.
with the lights on. It went off in here.
It really did. We don't even need to go out. We just have to listen.
We don't need to go out. You just need to listen to Arcade Radio.
Yeah.
Please follow us on socials at Arcade Radio.
Yeah, Arcade Radio on Instagram and
TikTok.
And obviously we're going to have a new Instagram for our podcast. And going to post some fun little videos
Some fun things on there.
So my next song I've added to my playlist is How You Feel, and I can't remember I don't know how to say the name. It's ANTOR, I think. And they're a set of DJs, and they did Relax My Eyes.
We used to love that.
Which was a huge, huge song.
About 2 years ago now.
Maybe, was it not just last year? Was it 2
We're
years
old
ago?
now, yeah.
No, because that would have been first year, and I don't.
It was first year.
Really?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
But anyway, they've released this new tune, How You Feel, and I cannot stop listening to it. I'm really in a house era at the moment.
I love that. I waited up for you.
And I've caught up, and I just love listening to it before a night out, because I found that when I listen to my usual stuff, which is depressing, it just puts you in such a bad mood. But if you're listening to house music before you go out, it
lifts the mood.
It sets you off on a different pace.
Yeah.
And I've really loved it, to be honest. So let's get into it. This is How You Feel.
I've not listened to this one yet, so I'm
Have
excited.
you not?
I can imagine listening to that in like a beat. Well, there probably will be in Ibiza, but you know, like high, but like during the day.
Yeah.
I'm not picturing night vibes. I'm picturing during the day vibes.
Like
sipping on a spicy marg
in a beach club. Absolutely, not absolutely spangled, but a little bit tipsy.
Yeah. Sea's next to you. Sunset's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm zen.
Yeah, it's
so
just,
relaxed.
It's a brilliant song. It's so good. They've hit the nail on the head once again.
Like chilled out house,
summer kind
summer
of
vibes.
Summer vibes. Yeah. What have you got for us next?
Still on the going out theme.
Yeah.
Obviously this is a song that everybody knows. Again, not new.
No.
At all. I definitely had it on like my little iPod Touch or something like that. iPod Nano. But this is DJ Got Us Falling in Love Again by Usher. But A couple of people I know have gone to see Usher
Yeah.
because he's touring at the minute.
Mhm.
I think he just played London last week.
Mhm.
Yeah, this time last week he was in London. Obviously not in Manchester. It's too small for him. He's just this big
Really?
Yeah, no, not
He's
in
not
Manchester.
done Manchester. Wow.
No, London, just London,
Just London.
just London. If I'm corrected, yeah, just London.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but he was touring, but this came on in Headley Verity. Headley Verity doesn't hit the same as it used to.
I think you have to be a fresher to enjoy Disco Spoons, because I went there last Wednesday and I've never wanted to run out of a place more in
Was
my
it
life.
Did you have to pay to get in?
No.
So they've started doing that, and I just think that
Yeah.
they've profited off Prism shutting down.
Yeah.
But they've made it. But they don't change the songs up.
No.
They don't like.
It also just feels really ratty in there. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a tramp.
It was nostalgic, and I was quite disappointed when I went. But they made it later and later until like it actually turned into a Disco Spoons as well.
Do you know what I found? Like, recently, I think obviously our frontal lobes are developing
They are.
because is that what
Frontal lobe.
is that what it's called?
Frontal lobe is developing. Yes.
Because preferred place for night out, Katie O'Brien's Irish bar.
Hell yeah.
Which is obviously
Live
full
music.
of no students really.
No.
Live music, older people, a mixture of
Everything really.
mixture of ages as well.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant. And my preferred place to go used to be Prism. So
Crazy.
I feel like
We've started here
and we're
and now we're
there.
here. Yeah.
And I went out on Saturday and it was such a brilliant night out. It was so fun. And also because you don't know anyone in there, not like I care anyway. You can just act whatever way you want.
I feel like we're all coming to the end now. I feel like it's a bit done. I mean, the prices of drinks are going up anyway. The cost of living, like people aren't going out. Places are shutting down.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's just reality right now. And people are prioritising eating food rather than going out.
Yeah, actually just like getting by and like just being able to live life and eat is
now a luxury almost.
Yeah.
Especially as a student as well. Like they say, like this is what I don't understand, and I've never understood about. Oh, you're a student, you get things like student discount, right? You go on like uni days or things like that, and there's some couple good things on there. Student discount's 10%, and I mean I'm not complaining, and I'll miss it, but 10% really? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't say, oh yeah, or we've got student the only place that I thought, oh, that's really good value is probably Taps, you know.
That is the only place
Even
I can
Box,
really
so
afford.
Expensive.
Yeah, Box is too expensive. Taps is the only place I can afford to drink out.
Yeah.
Like on Saturday, I drank at home and then Kate
Went
bought
out.
us one drink when we were out. But I was like, I can't afford to drink. Like, I can't afford to pay for drinks while I'm out, so I'm going to have to drink at home, which was fine. And ended up that was all I needed, and I was been able to like get on with the night.
Get by.
But Taps is probably the only place I can like buy drinks at, 'cause it's £2.50 for a pint, and you can go. And I think I spent 20 quid on Wednesday, which is
Wow, that's not bad.
not bad at all, and I was on a decent level. So, but let's get all nostalgic again with
This is DJ got us falling in love again. Pitbull in that made it as well.
Yeah, I was literally about to fade that song out, and then when I heard Pitbull, I was like, I can't. I've got such a soft spot for Pitbull. I don't know where it's come
wish
from.
I was seeing Pitbull.
Yeah, I wish too. We've had this conversation about 6 times on this show.
Really wish I was seeing Pitbull.
But I've just got a soft spot for him. I think his music's sick. His whole
Aura.
is so fun.
He's got girls putting on ball caps for him, for God's sake.
Yeah, and I just think his concerts are such
out
a
of
safe
all the bald
space.
people in the world.
Yeah.
When you see a ball cap, you do think
I
of
just think
Pitbull.
it's so our generation to go in like an unspoken thing where it's not like we've all made this group chat and gone, oh, let's all wear
ball
caps to the concert. It was just kind of one of them things that just started and then carried on, which I think is absolutely brilliant. And I named my car after Pitbull.
You have, yeah. That's unreal.
Because he just gives the Pitbull vibes. I've got a red Peugeot with red seatbelts and red interior, and I'm like,
Do you know what you are? You're a Pitbull.
you're a Pitbull. So, you know. Anyway, so let's get on to our songs.
Our main theme of the week, which
Our
is
main theme.
Mother's Day week.
Mother's Day, and my first song is Possibly Maybe by Bjork.
Oh.
Now, Bjork is my mum all over. Like, I got her an album, a vinyl, for Christmas, and I come home and she's listening to her little vinyl. And then the other day when she was making tea, she was listening to Bjork. And now Kate Bush and Bjork are on this list because that is just sums up her all over. And I feel like it sums up me as well, and the way I've kind of developed that taste of female artists that are a little bit quirky. And I feel like she's very like hit or miss. You either really like or you really don't. You either get it or you don't. And luckily, me and my mum get it. This song Possibly Maybe came on in the car when we was on the way back from Wiltshire. And this is written by Bjork, and it's about her failed relationship with her ex, who also directed the music video. So, not too sure how that went on.
How that went down, yeah.
And it says, incorporates elements from trip hop, ambient dub, and chill out. Which is, to be fair, when you listen to the song, you kind of get this, and it's kind of, I feel like if you've had a relationship break down or you kind of want a relationship to happen, it's a song where you kind of listen to it and you kind of get that vibe from it, definitely. Yeah. And I think it's one of them ones, Bjork's one of them ones that you listen to, and if you don't get it, you're like, what is this noise? What is this weird kind of thing? But when you listen to her songs, they're like written about stories and they're a story. So yeah, this is Possibly Maybe by Bjork. Honest thoughts.
It's not something I'd listen to.
Definitely.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know?
I agreed that I knew that was going to be your answer.
But I can appreciate that though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like in terms of like quirky artists, I love Kate Bush, and my mum's all about Kate Bush. She loves Kate Bush. So it's not a case of this or that.
Yeah.
It's just it's not something I'd personally listen to.
Yeah,
or mum would personally listen to.
So far off your your normal taste.
But I can appreciate an artist and a song.
I did never ever think that you would listen to Sabrina Carpenter, but you do.
I'm just a mixed bag of all sorts. It's I collect. Mum called it something the other day. We were in Lytham and we got the
eclectic.
That's the one, yeah. She was like, you've got such a, I can't say the word.
An eclectic.
There we go. Music taste. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, literally the extremes are, because I had my playlist on the car.
Yeah.
She was like, I've not heard this in a while. Oh, you're good, aren't you? This and that. And I was like, But mum's approval is the best when she says that's like,
yeah, definitely.
But it's just like, yeah, that is me all over. Like you could put one song on and then another song, and I'd be like I was listening to Enter the Sandman the other day by The Prodigy. What the hell? So random.
To be fair, I get that too. Like a song will come on when we're out, and then it used to be Laura that used to say it to me. She'd be like, how on earth do you know that? Like, it'd just be the most random song, but I'd know every single lyric to this song. But I'm a little bit weird in that way, that I'll listen to something in such great detail that I'll know every lyric and I'll know everything about the song, because a lot of the research that I've done for these songs I already kind of knew. It was kind of like research about the artist, or kind of affirming of what I kind of took from the song anyway.
Oh yeah, well I'm the same. Like when, especially in first and second year, when like I used to go a lot, and didn't matter where we go, either Devotion, Disco Spoons.
Yeah,
like,
and I think that's the beauty of it. Like we could go to Warehouse Project and then also go to Boogaloo in the same week and actually enjoy it, and that's what I absolutely
People can't do that. Yeah. People can't do that.
No, they can't. And I think like Kate absolutely hates house music, and she loves the kind of like cringy kind of songs. Not saying ABBA's fully cringy. I was listening to ABBA the other day. I was listening to "Don't Go Wasting."
Wow. Yeah.
I can appreciate it, but like she also like if we were to go to Green Room, she was like, I would hate Green Room, and I'm like, I'm just couldn't
That's
be
my
like
whole
that.
vibe, yeah.
Couldn't be like that.
Whole vibe there. Then
Um,
Katie O'Brien. I could do all of them. And I
Yeah.
love live music as well.
Yeah,
Like, I love getting involved with that. But I am that person, like, same as you, that's like, I will know every single lyric.
yeah,
Like, I used to look at all, like, people look at me sometimes and go, what? Like, you've just...
yeah,
Katie sent me a TikTok the other day saying, you actually do know every single... Like, something like, oh, there's always one person who knows every song. And it's like, yeah.
yeah. That's you.
That's me. Probably because I'm autistic, but, you know,
Yeah.
that's probably why.
What song have you got for us?
So my first one is Together Again by Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
This has always been my mum's song, really. Like, it's just, yeah, it really does remind me of her. Just because she used to play it when I was younger, and when I remember when I heard it again for the first time, I was like, wow, you know, when it just like literally just takes you back. I was like, oh wow, that just took me back to like that moment where like she's in the kitchen listening to it. So yeah, this is Together Again by Janet Jackson.
she's such a good artist in her own right.
Yeah,
Like, I think people know her songs without actually knowing
well, it's
it's
getting
her.
one of them's getting famous now, aren't they?
Yeah, this
Maybe
is.
we'll meet at a bar.
Yeah.
And then a drunken car.
And we love that one. That we both added that one to our playlist.
Yeah, we
didn't
did.
we?
We did.
So next, I have got a song that me and my mum have recently discovered, which is "Seema Have Fun," and I've been wanting to play this on the show for ages. But when we do our show over at LSR every Tuesday, 11 till 12, tune in. Every time we do it over there, they've got a system where we've got to download the songs through YouTube. It's quite tedious,
Very long.
and it's such a new song that they don't have like a lyric video up yet, so I've not been able to play it on the show. But Seema is a singer from Dublin. She's worked with the Blossoms. She's a writer, really good writer. Have you heard the songs by the Blossoms? I Like Your Style.
Yeah.
She wrote that with them in a little
That's
cottage
crazy.
in like Wales or something, and they did it in like a night or something like that. They've got a little video over on their TikTok about it that I watched, and it was so interesting because obviously I love them and I love her, and you can hear her kind of what she brought to the song as well, and helped write it, and she took it from she wanted to be it kind of be like spoken word rap, kind of like Blondie and Rapture. One of my favourite songs as well. So she's influenced by obviously the same people that I love. But she originally from Dublin, and then she moved to Manchester, and she was in a band with her boyfriend, and she it was quite a toxic relationship that she was in for 5 years, and then after this relationship failed, she kind of took herself away from music and then was drinking quite heavily. But luckily, Charlie XCX to the rescue.
No.
Because she got invited to like a listening party or something with Charlie XCX, and Charlie said to her like, "Oh, why are you not doing solo stuff?" And she explained why, and she was like, basically, get your ass in gear and get recording. And then she moved back to Dublin, and then her like videos on the internet kind of blew up, and then BBC
introduced it.
That's it. Found her, and then now here we are. And then her song now is about having an ex, but you don't really care about them, or even like ex situationships, anything, even a friend. You can listen to this song and be like, do you know what? Fuck you, basically. And me and my mum. So my mum saw the clip as well as I did on Jules Holland.
Oh yeah.
On his Hootenanny, and we both fell in love with it, and we listened to this in the car, and I picked her up drunk from one of her expeditions with her friends, and it was really funny because it was like having my drunk kid in the car, and we were singing this. We were so like belting this song out in the car, and it's such a good one. So this is Have Fun by Seema. Thoughts
again, wouldn't listen to it, but can appreciate. I like the backing.
Yeah.
It's quite fun.
It is fun. It's
While
quite,
she's just absolutely slating, I like the back being like quite.
it's upbeat, but it's also like, I hate you, but
Yeah.
fun song.
Yeah.
What's your next song, Talia?
Mine is 10 out of 10 by Paolo Nutini. Remember the album? I'm having it on, like, the CD
Same.
in the, to put in the car.
Yeah.
She loves a bit of Paolo Nutini. But I think both of our mums do, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is an honourable mention for me. I've not got any Paolo in here, but I personally am a bigger fan of him than she was or is, because she introduced me to him, same with like Arctic Monkeys and stuff. And he is my favourite artist ever.
Yeah.
And I, like you said, I remember just listening to Sunny Side Up in the car,
Yeah.
full CD on repeat, because that's how we consume music, and I think that's why we've got such a different.
We've come from with like all the music, if you know what I mean.
Such a different understanding of music, because we had to listen to full albums and we had to consume artists as a whole.
We could not touch the car radio.
Like now, if you were to say to someone, I absolutely love Maroon 5. I mean, Maroon 5, their whole Songs About Jane album, which is another honourable mention, because I still consume that album in full. It's one of them ones where you listen to it all the way down.
Very few people listen to albums in full now. Because
That's what my mum.
I heard Noel Gallagher and Bryn, not Bryn. It's not called Bryn. Well, he is Bryn off Gavin and Stacey.
Robert. No, not Robert.
Yeah, I think he's called Robert.
That's really going to annoy me. Rob.
Byron.
Bynes. Something along that, like, you know who we mean.
Byron or something like that.
Rob Byron, yeah.
Bryden.
Rob
Rob
Brydon?
Brydon.
That doesn't
well, I was listening to Noel Gallagher on his podcast Rob Brydon's podcast say that like when he was growing up, it was all about albums and you couldn't get things on the go as now, so it's not special now. And like, when like new artists come out with new things and you all run to the record shop, I just want that feeling of running to the record shop, trying to buy the album and it being sold out and being like, oh, and then you can't listen to it then. Not like now where you can have, I'll have a bit of that, I'll have a bit of that. It's a bit greedy, really. It's clever, but greedy. And also it takes away all artists' royalties as well, like Spotify, stuff like that. They could be earning so much more by people going out and buying the albums.
But at the same time, sometimes when I want to consume music in any kind of scenario, which I do, because that's the way I'm a little bit autistic, like I need music at all times. I won't be able to live without it. That's where that kind of positive comes into play.
Oh yeah, there's positives and like negatives to it all, but it's just a bit like no one will understand. No one will understand.
Yeah, you wish you had that kind of retro feeling.
Yeah.
So why have you chosen 10 out of 10?
First of all, it's on my mum's playlist. I was going through, she's got a playlist on my phone on our like shared account on Apple, because I have Apple and Spotify, and it's called like Bangers. That's all it's called. It's just called Bangers. She's got one called Disco Diva, which I didn't go through because I know that we'd be here all day. But I've got one called She's got one called Bangers. So I was going through that. But this is 10 out of 10 by Paolo Nutini. I love the more upbeat Paolo songs. Like
I was listening to him.
New Shoes as well. I love that
his
song.
Kind of like, I just asked Alexa to shuffle his songs, and a few of his ones from his new album came up, and I'm not a huge fan. I like Through the Echoes, but it just isn't, and I'm really sad. I would really love to love it, but I just don't. Maybe I don't. Yeah. Maybe I will in the future. So, my last song is Babushka by Kate Bush.
Babushka.
I love Kate Bush so much. Her direct, like her whole kind of like, whatever her
mantra.
I don't know, what would you call it? Like everything about her is just amazing. Like her whole kind of like
Spooky Witch
songs, all her songs are just so
weird in a good way.
Oh, well, glad you said that.
Well, it is weird in a good way. It's not weird in a bad way.
No.
Because like even my mum said like everyone used to call her like a witch and stuff like that, and it's like, but she's a
Oh.
good witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's no such
she's
thing as
just
a bad
so
witch.
that's the word. She's just so diverse, and I just love everything about her. But Babushka has got a little story behind it, and it's about a woman who puts on this persona of Babushka, and she basically mimics a younger woman and a woman that her husband used to love, and entices her husband in. But her husband gets drawn in by this woman, and then the whole relationship ends up going to pot because she's like, well, you've come on to another woman.
Yeah.
But technically it's still her, but it's also like he has cheated on her because he clearly doesn't like the woman she is now. And I just think it's so interesting. It's a little bit like, what's that song where it's based off a man putting an advert in the newspaper? I'll find that out. But anyway, this is Babushka by Kate Bush.
Creepy.
It is a bit of a creepy. So the song that I was trying to remember before was "Do you like pina coladas?"
I'm still confused why.
It's about, he puts like an ad in the paper to try and find a woman, and I think it ends up being it's a similar story to Babusha. I'm pretty sure it ends up being his wife that answers the ad.
Oh.
But he's cheating on his wife.
Oh.
What's your last song?
Let Your Love Flow by the Bellamy Brothers. So a country one. Because Mum does like country. She likes the Dixie Chicks.
My mum loves a bit of country.
Yeah, country is also appreciated in the household.
Mm-hmm.
Special mention though to Bruce Springsteen.
Yep.
Hopefully I'm coming with her and crashing Mum and Dad's anniversary, but they're going to see him in May.
Really?
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be going as well. But I'd kill to see him, but for now we'll keep it with the Bellamy Brothers because he's also on a bangers playlist. So
yeah.
In tribute to Xena, Bellamy Brothers.
That's cute. That's kind
cute,
of like what you'd hear at the end of
a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, love singing that song.
I can see you in the car listening to that. But thank you so much for watching. Let us know if you like the
podcast rendition.
Let us know if you like the podcast.
Yeah.
Dynamic, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit fun kind of seeing us visually, and maybe a lot of people haven't actually seen what we look like.
Yeah.
I think that I actually don't sound like how I look, which is quite
I think
interesting.
people are going to definitely tell I have something wrong with me when I'm moving around every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I've kind of stayed quite stationary.
I'm like, you can't keep up with where I am.
Follow us on socials, Arcade Radio on Instagram, Arcade Radio
TikTok.
Podcast on Instagram,
Yep.
on TikTok, listen to us on LSR on a Tuesday. And I am going to play you out with the Spotlight song this week, and that is There Are Worse Things I Could Do by Stockard Channing from Greece. Since we watched Grease, this song, I can't stop listening to it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two.